Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man with the iron boot, Mr. Dowell Johnson. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry if I've just blown the wax out of your lugs. Not really, actually. Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream. It's good to be back, obviously, with the last time. And well done, Liam. Thank you very much.
I don't think we wanted to know that, Liam.
Precisely. And it actually wasn't you who beat me, it was your brother, which I don't stand for. So there you go. Anyways, welcome everyone to today's stream. Bit different to normal, obviously, with the circumstances that are going on in a minute. We've got obviously no football on, and it's difficult to actually, you know, the amount of people who are saying to me, "Are you going to stream today? Please stream today. Please stream tomorrow. Please stream next day." You know, I don't have time to do daily streams all the time because I've got college work to think about as well. Obviously, college work has to come first than anything else. Even with FIFA, has to come first before FIFA or live streams or whatever. I don't have time to do live streams every single day because I'm not that capable. But I should be. I'm just not that capable because I don't have that much time on my hands at all. And obviously, with us getting to the latter stages of the college course, this thingy, I didn't block you because you beat me. It's because you put your brother on to beat me, and doing that, I block anyone who does that. So stop asking me to unblock you because literally. That's one of the problem. That was one of the problems in the last stream. They had enough problems in the last stream, so you know, better not have the same problems as last stream because that was an absolute pain in the backside. That stream, absolutely, it was silly.
Or as I would say, a pain in the arse.
Absolutely, yes. Anyway, I don't know what Joe's just messaged something daft, but I don't care really. I'm doing what I want at the minute.
I'll look at it.
Yeah, I know what he's put. Don't care because I'll do what I like. So there you go. FIFA doesn't come first. Right. So as there's been a lot going on recently with regards to football stuff. It's because we both didn't answer the message, but it's not that. What we're going to talk about today is mainly all the football stuff because there's been a lot coming on in the news recently. We had something yesterday which I wasn't entirely sure whether it was true or not, with it being April Fool's Day. So what came up yesterday was something saying about the UEFA Champions League and Europa League getting suspended indefinitely. So there's one thing we're going to talk about. There's one thing we're going to talk about in this stream. There's also been some news with regards to the Belgium League. Now, Club Brugge have been given the title for that, so even though that's been stopped now, we're going to talk about that. Premier League and EFL leagues, it looks likely that could be null and void because as you know, Vogelstorn, who was the Brighton vlogger, the one who was on Does the Transfer Show this series, I remember him saying something about someone he knows is a journalist, and apparently they're going to put it as null and void, apparently. But whether that's 100% true, I have not got a clue. Stop begging me to unblock you because I will just remove you. Literally, I'm taking no crap off anybody now, especially after that last stream. But yeah, I haven't introduced a guest for for today's stream, should I say? And it is the man from Berkshire. When it decides to work, it's Mr. David Oyle. There we go. It took long enough. There we go. There we go. The man's in the live chat. So now you know what I mean. We aren't taking crap now. So any silliness in the live chat will get removed immediately. No, I don't think so. Right. Jacob Middleton, welcome to the stream, by the way.
For God's sake, Liam, will you stop with the just asking Daz to unblock you, mate? He's not going to do it.
Do that.
Oh.
When it works. Right. Pagebits FC, thanks for joining the stream as well. Scotty B, Game Repeat to everyone else. Thank you for joining the stream. That won't. There we go. It should be an interesting stream. Well, first of all, talk about the UEFA competitions. The UEFA competitions in a minute. So what's been going on was yesterday we had some confirmation. Or I say confirmation. It was on. What was that on? It was on Twitter. It was on Sky Sports, etc. And and the BBC as well. Yes, saying that the European competitions. Obviously, Euro 2020 is now in 2021. That's another thing we'll talk about. But the UEFA competitions, club competitions actually, so like the Champions League, Europa League, not UEFA Super Cup because that doesn't happen until next season, but you know the UEFA Champions League and Europa League specifically, you know, they've both been suspended indefinitely, because of the coronavirus pandemic. And, you know, it's been... I don't know how to describe it. It's quite... What do I say? I'm not surprised by it, I'll admit, for starters. But, you know, if they were going to do that, you'd expect it to have happened a lot earlier. I think they did it quite late. But it's a tough one because... What does that mean for the teams who, you know, the teams that are now in the quarterfinals of the Champions League? Obviously, Bayern weren't through yet, and neither were Manchester United. They went through to the quarterfinals of the competitions because obviously they hadn't played their second leg. So, you know, what does that mean for everyone else? I'm assuming it'll mean that it's been suspended indefinitely, and it'll probably become null and void or something like that. And that'll mean that we have to wait till next season to actually get on with the Champions League and Europa League. So it's a shame because, you know, I enjoy watching the Champions League and Europa League. A lot of people don't enjoy watching the Europa League, but trust me, I enjoy watching the Europa League. Even if it's not a Manchester United game, I still like watching the highlights because I think it's quite entertaining. And, you know, the likes of teams like Lask Linz, no one expected them to get to this stage. And now all the hard work for them has practically gone down the drain. And that's the same with all the teams. Look at Atalanta as well. The Champions League they were causing a bit of a surprise. Their first season in the Champions League, and you know they got to the quarterfinals, and now it's not happening. You know, it's a shame, especially for those who've worked so hard and it's on their debut season as well, and to get knackered by what's going on around the world. Obviously, health comes first, but you know, I think a lot of the clubs, especially the ones who were already through the quarterfinals and in their debut season, will definitely feel downhearted by that. But what were your thoughts when this was announced?
Well, when it was announced originally with the Champions League and Europa League, I was just like you, mate. I was like, seriously. I mean, I was really disappointed. I mean, Champions League and Europa League, they're just those competitions that you really enjoy during the midweek if there's like either no FA Cup or no League Cup. I mean, you just really enjoy that sort of action in midweek, really. And now that it's been suspended indefinitely, I think that will definitely annoy all football fans, not just you and myself. I think it will just annoy all football supporters. I really do.
Definitely agree. Just want to say it. Scotty B's put Boo Diet Coke. It's actually Iron Boo. It's not Diet Coke. So there you go. Although once I've run out of the Iron Boo cans, it will have to go to Diet Coke because we can't get any cans. I've been to the same place like 2 or 3 times this week and I still can't bloody get them. It's an absolute nightmare in a minute. Also, I want to say, apparently something came through, someone in my family literally just received it downstairs, that apparently the shops are not allowed to sell Easter eggs. Because apparently it's not, they're not the, what was I going to say? They're not the non-essential items, which is daft. Absolutely silly. But less we talk about that, the better. So no Easter eggs, unfortunately, this year. Well, that's Easter knackered really for a lot of people, because main thing of Easter is that. Anyway, trust me, I play against loads of people, Liam. I never get bored. I mean, I've been bored of being sat around doing now, apart from playing FIFA half the time. You know, it's a relief to actually not be on FIFA for once. Especially with the servers. Servers are an absolute joke. Playing squad battles, like two games of squad battles. Won one and lost one because of the bloody servers. Ugh, joke. Anyways, we're talking about football, not that cack. Anyways, Sam Gwilt, sorry, Harry Doherty, actually, I'll first of all mention. Welcome to the stream. Footballs love football's life. Okay, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people love football. Football's a big part of my life, and without football, you know, probably same as David and the same as a lot of other football fans, you just feel like there's no football. It's like at the end of the season, like if there's no international games or anything, there's no football for like 2 or 3 months. You just think like, you know, what's the point of living anymore? Football's my life, you know. And I wouldn't care, the Belarus Premier League is still going at the minute. How that's still going on, I know there's been absolutely multiple complaints and stuff about that. But what can you do, you know? Sam Gwilt, thanks for joining. I love football that much. I ended up watching the Quarantine Cup that Danny Taylor played like it was actually Boa. To be honest, I've actually been watching some of that Quarantine Cup. Danny Taylor, good God, if he played against me, he'd absolutely annihilate me. But Danny Taylor is a brilliant player. And if you don't know who Danny Taylor is, check out the Middlesbrough FC official YouTube channel for that. That is the Quarantine Cup. It's I don't know, it's some created cup that someone created, and it's got someone representing different teams. So, you know, it's decent actually. Quite enjoyed watching some of it. He's in the quarters, isn't he? Against Standard Liège or someone he's against next. Let's have a look here. Sorry, I'm on the box, I guessed. Yes, does the Iron Brews here. Did you like my things, what I got from the club shop? Yeah, I mean, 1 or 2 of them don't even look like the actual players, to be honest. No, some shops are still selling Easter eggs, mate. Well, I'd been told all shops, but okay.
I've actually seen Easter eggs in shops myself. I mean, I went into Tesco's yesterday,
right.
and they were still selling Easter eggs.
Right, okay. Has the police stopped you yet? No, because I only go out once, and that'll be later on. Football's also my life, but there's also things I can do, and I'm not complaining. That I'm not complaining about anything. I don't know what on earth I said. I just said I can do that. I'm not complaining anything. Huh? Okay. They will only stop people if they've been out more than once. Exactly. Thank you very much. I can catch up some games and TV shows while just chilling. I know I tend to watch Bullseye a lot. And by the way, for those who don't know, that there is a second. Even though football's part of my life, there's also a second sport that I watch sometimes, and that is darts.
Yes, he loves his darts, ladies and gentlemen. I've been on call to him before, and he's been watching darts.
I was watching a couple of the 9 dart finishes from a while back.
Yes.
Anyways, you joining Bo's esports team? Am I? Hell, I'm nothing good enough, am I? Not good enough at all. So no. THT was last night. He lost, did he? Oh dear. Oof. I know he just about scraped past an actual footballer, but good God, can't believe that. I thought he'd won that, but okay. How's Daddy today? He's alright, I think. I don't know. I've only been downstairs once and he just spoke to me. He was just asking me how I was when I was getting the iPad. What's the famous dinner? Oh, I had that earlier. That was just noodles and meatballs because there's not that much to have really choice-wise. I'm a person who only eats like certain stuff. Don't know why. He got 2 draws and a loss from the 3 games. Not great. In the third game, draw 1-1 and 2-2 and then lost 3-2. So he's still a good player though, isn't he? You know, can't fault him for what he's done. He's done quite well actually to get to the quarters, especially against some of the players he's been playing against. I think one of them was an actual footballer he played against. Right, let me go back up. What were we up to? Lula. I love footy the most. Yeah, but they won't know if you've been out more than once. Our freedom is slowly being taken from the US police state here. We couldn't be faster. Who's your favourite darts player? There's only one darts player that is my favourite, and the one that I cheer you on the most. It's the man from Middlesbrough, Glenn Durrant, who plays in the Premiership, the darts Premiership thing. What was on the Thursday night, but obviously not now. He got top 100 in weekend league. Yeah, I played FUT Champs once and only finished on 4 wins, which is bad for me. But to be honest, it was more than I expected. What do you do other than watch football and darts? Premier League and darts, or something like that. I haven't watched it that much, to be honest, though, but it's still something I watch sometimes. And I'll tell you, here's something. I know we're talking about football, but we're just going off topic for a minute. Can people guess why I like watching darts, or what got me interested in darts? Have a guess. Let's have a look. One player that you want to join Man United, Middlesbrough, or Bayern? Well, Bayern's would obviously be... I know Bayern need another backup striker, apart from Lewandowski, and Sandro Wagner don't even think plays for them. But, you know, the other two aren't really that good. Xerxes is not particularly great. You've got who've you got? Arp, not amazing either. Bullseye, yeah, definitely. Bullseye was a TV show. It was a TV game show back in the 90s, actually. It used to be hosted by Jim Bowen, who sadly passed away a couple of years ago. But no, it was a fantastic show. I still enjoy. I still keep watching some of the old ones downstairs these days. You like how to say 180? With the 180 wise, it depends on like who's doing the commentary. 1981 started. Well, 1980s. 80s, you know. The 1980s doesn't until it gets to 1990, and then that's the 1990s. But yeah, I mean that's normally how it works. But yeah, 1980s anyway. Still really good show. Still enjoy watching it. I mean, to be honest, after time I don't even know the answer to some of the questions because that's going back quite a while. Anyways, you like how to say 180? There was I can't think actually. I'll do 2 impressions. There's the one who does. Let me think. There's the current one with glasses. I don't know what he's called. Kurt Bren or something. I don't know what his name is. Have you sorted out the Elgato? I tried the Elgato on OBS, but it just whenever the OBS is in, OBS crashes. It only crashes when I use the Elgato. It just doesn't seem to work with that. So I'm going to be a bit stuck with regards to FIFA and PES and football gaming videos. But yeah, this is I'll try and do the guy who does it in a minute. 180. Oh, there you go. George Noble, Kirk Bevins, that's his name. Wisp Butte and Paul Hinks, mate. Nice, yes. Did you enjoy the Leeds v Norwich game last night? I didn't watch that much of it. I just went on it, commented, and then went off. Because I knew there was up anyway. Yes, it was a win and a half, and I was against Leeds. What was that? Was it George Noble? Was he the bald one? 180! Something like that. Do you play darts? I've played darts before. Eh?
I was just saying, you sounded like an old man when you did
Have you ever heard him do it?
I've heard people say 180, but I don't think I've ever said it like that.
Well, that's how I do it. That's Russ Bray. Oh, I never know who the referees are. Anyway, back to the football stuff. Anyway, we've talked about the Champions League and Europa League and how badly that's affected the football and stuff. One thing I want to talk about, Vogelstorm. If a lot of people know who that is, that's the Brighton Hove Albion vlogger who was on Daz's Transfer Show episode. I think that was the penultimate. It was the penultimate one, second to last one. I think that was that episode 4.
I think it was either 3 or 4.
It was either episode 3 or episode. No, it wasn't episode 3. It was either 4 or 5. I can't actually remember now, to be honest. It's been that long ago. Right, let me have a look. Okay, Watford was before Christmas. That was before episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, no, that was Fernandez to United. That wasn't the one. Oh no, it was episode 4 because we only did 5 episodes, wasn't it? Let me look here.
Yeah, because you did like one with Jay Willett, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, no, with Fawnstorm. That was episode 4. Oh, hang on a second. I don't know. Right, okay. Sorry about that. Right. Where were we? So, Vogelstorm repeated on episode 4 of the Daz's Transfer Show Series 6, which went practically cack. I'll say that. It didn't go as well as normal, I'll admit, with the amount of connection problems we had with Streamlabs at the time. But that shouldn't happen for Series 7, whenever that is, because I can't do it until the transfer window's actually open. Anyways, where are we? So, Vogelstorm said that someone he knows is apparently, I wouldn't say streams, quite about 9 or 10 watching, that apparently someone he knows is a journalist, and apparently I'll get me teeth in a minute. Apparently the Premier League is going to be null and void. Now, I can't say whether this is actually true or not, or whether the guy's actually making up a load of trash. But if that is true, then, you know, that's a big thing. And obviously we've had the National League South, National League North, and of course all the non-leagues been suspended. Mask League's been suspended as well. So, you know, but we don't know about the cup. We don't know about the FA Cup, the FA Cup and stuff. And obviously the Checker Trade Trophy, which was actually meant to happen. Wasn't it meant to happen this week?
Hang on a second.
Checker Trade Trophy. Yeah, Portsmouth Salford. It was meant to be on Saturday actually. It was either Saturday or Sunday. Definitely this weekend. I hope it stops now. Fresh season, please. Yeah, you're hoping that so you don't get relegated. But, you know, if it does get null and void, I would not be surprised. Since all the other leagues have been suspended and classed as null and void.
It's actually supposed to be played this
Sunday.
This Sunday, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was this weekend. But we don't know what's going to happen with the cups at the minute. But all I can definitely say is, I think what's going to happen is, since National League and all them have been null and void, I am assuming that excuse me, I'm assuming that I can't get my teeth in today. What's wrong with me? I'm assuming. Right, give me a second. Right, get me words out. Would be good. This hasn't gone according to plan, has it? Anyways, right. I'll get me teeth in at some point when I can actually get them in. So, with all the leagues that have been classed as null and void, I'm assuming the EFL Championship, the EFL League 1, the EFL League 2, and the Premier League Sorry, that's 4. And the Premier League will all be null and void as well. I'm pretty much expecting it to happen. If it doesn't happen, I would be surprised. What do you think?
Well, I think as you've been saying, I mean, it's just been like one of those moments for the championship. I mean, if you think it's going to be this weekend coming up, they stop this and the season gets back underway. Then it goes back to the 30th of April, which is really annoying for footy fans who have teams in the Premier League, Championship, League One, and League Two. But I think if they null and void all the those divisions, I think it will be extremely unfair on the teams. Really, I mean, for one, if you're fighting for the Champions League or Europa League spots in the Premier League, or you're fighting for the playoffs or the automatic promotion in the Championship, League One and League Two, or fighting against relegation, what have you, I think that would be extremely unfair on those teams if the season is like completely null and void. I really do.
What we got to... Sorry, go ahead.
That's also, I saw this video on YouTube, just like, I think it was either yesterday or the day after, where Fulton put up this video. He put up this very weird video where he was trying to say apparently that if the season was null and void, that apparently it would be wholly mixed up. Apparently it would be like a final game between Liverpool and Man City for the title, with Liverpool getting a 3-0 head start in the game, and it would also end with the likes of Liverpool, Man United, Man City, and Norwich getting into the Champions League, and Brighton, Aston Villa, and Southampton getting relegated to the Championship. When it comes to the Championship, it would be Leeds,
West
Preston,
Brom.
and Derby coming up to the Premier League.
In West Brom?
No.
West Brom are second.
That's what it said.
What?
But turns out...
How? When West Brom are second?
Turns out when I looked on Instagram later on, turns out it was an April Fool's joke.
Oh.
Which I completely fell for.
I was gonna say the West Brom. I have to say that's one of the worst April Fool's joke I've ever seen. It's clearly wrong anyway. Just gonna read the comments here. Let's have a look here. Do you play darts? I've only played darts 2 or 3 times, not much a minute, because I don't go to the pub much these days. So I'm not old enough.
This restaurant when I was on holiday, I think it was in either Wales or Ibiza, I think.
Oh right, yeah. Well, I know you were in Ibiza, weren't you?
Yeah.
Because I remember you sending me that photo of you literally sat on your bed, looking like this.
Yeah, don't mention that photo, please. Yeah, that was the day I got sunburned very badly. I don't want to mention it.
Well, I just mentioned it for you. Right. Sam Wills put player of the championship. And I'm not going to say anyone from my club because none of Borough's players are good enough to be player of the championship. I'm going to go straight away for a man called Ollie Watkins. And I'll tell you why. Because Ollie Watkins this season has been prolific with his scoring. And even when he doesn't score, he creates chances. He's been Brentford's best player this season, if not the best player in the championship, in my opinion. Who do you go for? And don't say Reading play, because trust me, I doubt that would be true. Because I know what you're like.
I have to admit, when I've actually been watching Reading games in the past few seasons, I think the player that definitely has to be my player of the season. I just have to admit. Now, I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry about it. But I'm sorry about this, Dad. But I'm gonna have to say Ovie Ejaria, because seriously, I mean, when he's been playing at the Majestic this season, either it's
Right.
in the starting 11 or he's on the subs bench. When he comes on or he's starting, he really makes that huge contribution. I mean, yeah, he gets in the box, he creates chances, and he's really, really skillful as well. Yes, he may not have scored like too many goals this season or what have you, but he has really been a huge contribution to Reading this season, and I would be shocked if he wouldn't be player of the season in my book.
I'm not laughing, by the way, because of what you're saying. I'm laughing because it was such a coincidence that I asked you who your player of the championship was, and you happened to say Reading player. That's why it was funny. I'm thinking I knew he'd do that. I thought you wouldn't say Jakob Mate, to be honest, but okay, that's your player of the season for Reading, right? He's your player of the season for Reading. Who's your player of the season for the championship? That's not a Reading player.
Well, for the championship, I'm gonna have to agree. I'm thinking actually that Pereira of West Brom.
What's his name?
His contribution since he arrived on loan there. I think he's done really, really well. He scores goals. He gets in. He creates chances, and he assists players. He gets so many assists as well. He's been a really creative player for West Brom in their promotion campaign back to the Premier League, and I think the way he's just been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if West Brom actually got him on a permanent deal from Benfica at the end of the season. He's just been absolutely terrific for them.
Yeah. I couldn't remember his name first, but Matthias Pereira. Yeah, he's done very well for West Brom this season. Harry Osmond's put, I think it has to be Roman Sawyers.
No, not really.
I mean, he's done well this season, hasn't he? But
he's done well this season, but
you know, it's all about opinion. It's all about opinion, I suppose. Yes.
It is all about opinion. I watched him when it was Brentford versus Reading at the Brentford, and really, he didn't exactly have the best of games for me. Yes, he created a few chances, but really didn't get into the game for me, really, and just didn't look like he was having a good game. He really did.
A couple of comments, another few comments coming up. Read the previous comments. I've read all of your comments, Scotty, practically. Oh, apart from I've got me juicy hot dogs tonight. Oh God. Yes, that's an interesting way of putting it. How long will the stream be? I have no idea till we actually end it. Streams go tonight. Yeah, I read that one. Well, yeah, that's it. Videos on them. Oh, he's put the old boy again. Here we go. Max House just put something here. Actually, hang on, let's go. I've missed something. Oh, Harry Osmond's put, can you shout out Belinda Wheatman? I don't know who that is, but okay, there you go. There's your shout out to Belinda Wheatman. I've never heard of that. Mark House put, kind of sucks because teams like Norwich deserve to be relegated. Scotty won't be too pleased about that.
No, he won't.
I know he's also put here. I know people do miss football, but come on, guys, there's more important things in life and that are important than just football. Your college or school or university work is certainly one of them, and I'm making sure I get that done. If the season does go void, Scotty leads it back to the Championship again. United and Arsenal back to the Europa League, and City banning Champions League may be extended. Oh, shame. Right. Says Peter. Scotty B's put, was David a good boy on holiday or naughty? Oh God, here we go. Liam's put, why do you go for wedding plays, David? Because he wants to. I'll just say that. Because he wanted to, really.
I'll just answer that question now. I'll just answer that comment now. Really, Liam, the reason why I do go for a few Reading players is just that I think that, yes, they may not have had like a good season, but I think a few of the players that have done well in the Reading team this season, they've got to be contributed for the work that they've done, really. Yes, the whole team may not have done well results-wise, but still think the players have got to be contributed on what they've managed to achieve this season.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look here. You forgot the Chelsea players. They don't play in the Championship.
Well, except the players that are on loan.
Apart from that, yeah.
One Chelsea player is actually at Reading, and that's Matt Miazga.
Miazga, yeah. Lol. Scotty, you, what on earth does that say? Joe Jonathan thanks Jones put, sorry Daz, I'm late. Sam's put, have you done any of the mid-icon pack SBCs? No, because I don't have good enough players.
Oh my God, go away, Joe.
Because the players I've got, I've got all the best players I have in the squad are all in my first team, and I'm not going to use them for mid-icon. And I've actually got icon moments on loan, which I just put them on the reserves till I play friendly games against the likes of David or someone. I know a lot of people do get some good ones, but a lot of people get a lot of bad ones. Trust me.
Yeah,
I've seen that happen many times. Okay, right. Next one. The Belarus. The Bell.
See, I've got one for you, Daz.
Have you?
I've just been looking here on the BBC Sport website. Apparently, the Women's Euros, now they were set to be held in England next year, but apparently now will be moved to the summer of 2022. Now the tournament it was expected to be shifted after the Men's Euros and the Tokyo Olympics were both postponed till next year.
Well, it'll be because the Euros are on next year.
Yeah, and three women's Euros teams, England, the Netherlands and Sweden, have already qualified for the Olympics. And also, apparently moving the Euros to 2022 will avoid two women's tournaments in the same summer. With UEFA has said, whilst no formal decision has been made as yet, a postponement till 2022 is a likely option.
Right. Okay, there we go then. How you been keeping, Daz? Fine. Yes. I'm eating chewing gum, playing and watching at the same time. That's nice. Right.
I don't think we need to know that.
Mark Shaw's put Olympics and the Euros will be on next year. We know that. And then the year after is the World Cup, which is going to be in November. So that's gonna screw up the 2022 to 23 season. Although I don't know how the hell they're gonna do it. Anyways, so the next thing I want to talk about was we've obviously in the video I did a few weeks back, I mentioned that there was 3 options with regard to the Premier League. There was 1, null and void. There was 2, which was give Liverpool title no relegation, or there was 3, which was
Just play it behind closed
which
doors.
was no, it wasn't. Oh no. Or the third one was the Current Standings are final. That's what it was. A lot of people actually went for the first option. Majority of people went for the first option. Null and void. I mean, I think a lot of United fans would feel sorry for Liverpool. Well, not really. But yeah. But reason I'm saying this is because what's happened in Belgium is practically the same. However, this time they've done it as they've suspended the rest of the season, but they've done it differently. There's no relegation. They've gone for the no relegation and they've given Club Brugge the title. Now, the only reason I can think of why they've done that is probably because it's probably confirmed. If I have a look at the Belgian Pro League.
Hang on, mate, I'll look it up for you.
I'm currently looking at it in a minute anyway. Belgian Pro League. No. I want the table, you sod. Right. Thank you. Belgium First Division table. Right. So there's 16 teams, which would mean that there'd be like 30 games. Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
Because
it's last game.
last game.
Last game of the season in general.
Oh they'll have won the league ages ago then. 55 points to 70.
Anyway, pretty much, because they're currently at the minute 15 points clear at the top of the table.
Oh well, they'll have won it ages ago then. So
Ghent in second place.
oh well, that's fair enough. Because I did get confused with it at first. I don't watch the Belgian league, and that's no disrespect to no disrespect to Belgian football. I just don't watch it.
I reckon
But-
Wonderland, Brereven, they'll be lucky because they were currently in the relegation zone. They were bottom of the table, really.
I believe they've gone for the second option. It's either that or they've gone for the which one? Oh,
Who knows what's happened?
oh, I'll have to have a look at that. Hansi Flick's contract discussion. Oh. Okay. I'm assuming that's what they've gone for. They've even gone for the second or the third option, which I was talking about. But the championship, as I was saying, you know, I think we'd already mentioned this, but oh no, I was going to ask something, but I've realised that we've already said it. Never mind, we'll stop that. What was the next thing I was going to say? There's been a few there's not just been transfer rumours, but there's also been stuff about wage cuts, which is pretty correct, I think. I think that's right.
I mean,
But it's funny how it's funny how just give me a second. It's funny how the players are getting the pay cuts, but Jose Mourinho, I don't think has had his wages cut. Now, you know, like the managers don't seem to have their wages cut.
Spurs one.
Yeah, because that's just come up here. Let's have a look. UK Parliamentary Committee calls on Treasury to tax clubs that do not cut player wages after placing non-playing staff on furlough. Interesting. The PFA.
Tottenham. But with Tottenham, though, I'm just looking at it here. Apparently, all 555 non-playing staff at Spurs are going to be taking a 20% pay cut initially for the next 2 months.
Does that include Jose Mourinho?
Levy, who earned $7 million last year, is one of those to give up a fifth of their earnings and has called on Premier League players to do their bit for the football ecosystem.
Right. Okay. So there you go. There's something there. What other news do we have on here? If there's any news you want us to mention, please do let us know.
I know there was something about Atletico Madrid on here. Let me see if
Oh
I can
yeah,
find it.
players agree 70% pay cut. That's quite a drop.
Yeah, that is quite.
But I suppose, to be honest, I think it's the right thing to do, really, isn't it? It's the right thing to do, really, isn't it? Because there's no point if the season's going to get null and voided or something like that. There's no point having players on big wages and stuff. Have you heard about the Neymar swap deal with Griezmann?
Oh, I've heard.
No,
about
it
that.
wasn't it
Yeah, I've
Neymar.
heard about
Wasn't it Neymar for Griezmann, or it was Neymar for somebody, and that would mean that.
Griezmann for Neymar. It's Griezmann for Neymar.
Well, what's the point of that?
As well.
He's literally been there less than a season.
Hasn't exactly done well at all.
No, but I still think he was better at Atletico Madrid, mind. Would Alexis Sanchez get paid off because he's still in £400 a week wage cut? Well, he should do, realistically. Yeah. Any news about Borough? Not off the top of my head, no. Not that I've heard. I've heard nothing. I've heard nothing about. I've heard nothing about Borough. I did hear something that apparently the EFL were having a meeting. I think it was this week. To decide the outcome of the league.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, well, it's this week. Same thing, really, isn't it?
The Huddersfield directors are going to be taking a salary deferrals for the next 2 months. Apparently, it's part of a plan to ensure all members of staff, both full and part-time, receive full pay during this period when some will be furloughed. This decision does not include manager Danny Cowley and his players, who are part of a wider discussion with the PFA and the LMA. Huddersfield are currently receiving parachute payments this season following their relegation from the Premier League last season.
I don't think James Rodriguez is going to go to Everton.
What?
Everton manager Carlo. Oh God, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I heard about
Everton manager Carlo Ancelotti is reportedly eyeing a reunion with Real Madrid star James Rodriguez, but it's come up here saying Everton eye Rodriguez, so it looks like Rodriguez is linked with Everton. Not a chance.
I don't think Everton are going to have the money.
Not a chance.
No.
There's no way that's going to happen in a million years. I know someone on Dan's comment section, Dan did a video about Ronaldo possibly leaving Juventus. Apparently that was a rumour. That will happen. I don't know where he'd go, mind, either. But there was on his obviously this was April Fool's Day, wasn't it? So you'd never know. But when I looked at the video, I looked at the comment section, and someone had put Messi can go to if Ronaldo leaves, he can go to Newcastle. I said, good luck with that. Good luck with that, yeah. Good luck with that. Not at all going to happen. Oh, hang on. The Manchester United news just come up here. Manchester United are monitoring Matthias de Ligt's situation after the centre half's difficult year at Juventus. So currently looking at de Ligt at the minute, which would be good. I mean, it's better than playing a certain Phil Jones. Let's have a look.
I've just looked up this thing. You know, with what you were saying about the the Belgian First Division being cut up. You know.
Speaking of which, since you mentioned the Bundesliga.
Now, apparently Ghent will still go into the Champions League as runners-up.
Oh, so they've gone for the third option, which is the standings of final, and so that means whoever's bottom it is will be going down then.
Yeah, but relegation from the division apparently is still to be decided.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen there exactly.
Yeah.
They have like one of those relegation playoff matches or something? Will they have it like? I mean, we know from the table, the Belgian Pro League table, currently at the minute, there are at least at the minute, like 3 teams that are currently
No idea. I've just gone onto the actual Bundesliga official website and it says you can watch the highlights of every Bayern game. Nice. Oh, there's some news. The DFL, which is the Deutsche Football Association, basically, they've announced a new minimum age for Bundesliga players. So, on the 2nd of April, which was on Tuesday, the 2nd of April, Thursday, you plebs, they had a meeting for a new minimum age for players in the Bundesliga and the Bundesliga. So, Clause 14, number 1 of the licence and regulations of players is amended so that youth players can be granted a gaming licence at the age of 16. Right. Well, that's normal anyway. So, what's I got to do? Also, the Bundesliga has also been it's been suspended till the 30th of April. Still no idea as to whether that's going to be exact or not, as to whether we're going to end up still playing football this season, because the Der Klassiker was meant to be this week. So, well, this weekend, this week, same thing. But yeah, it's been postponed at the minute. Every league is just getting postponed. I still don't understand how the Belarus Premier League is still going. I really don't understand that. We're going to end stream soon anyway, because I think we're running out of things to really talk about in a minute. Just want to talk about something that I just saw on Sky Sports today. Finally. It took forever to actually load up. Someone called Mike Wigg. That's the technical director of Burnley. I bet he's rigged everything up. Right.
I don't believe this.
Yeah, no, it was a good joke, wasn't it?
I've just read something that I think will be very interesting to all football fans. Listen to this quickly. I was searching up something for the EFL Championship. I was just searching up to see if there was any news on that, and apparently, if the EFL chooses to follow the president set by the RFU today, which saw Newcastle Falcons sent up to the Guinness Premiership. Apparently, Leeds United could be promoted to the Premier League immediately.
Oh God.
Yeah, but naturally barring a major disparity in the number of home and away games each club has, this is apparently it's unlikely that is going to happen. That is unlikely, they're saying, pretty much.
Good.
But apparently, if the same ruling and formula was applied to the EFL Championship, Leeds United would end on 89 points, which is a ratio of 88.5, and West Brom on 87 points of 86.8. Fulham would stay third with a projected total of 79 points. So Fulham would officially be in the playoffs exactly. But this is still ongoing as they still continue to stress if they are committed to playing out the remainder of this season, but have not laid out any dates or plan on how this is going to happen as yet.
Right. Okay. Just some stuff coming in here. See you later, Daz. Guess what? Daz says Joe jumping. Boa play later tonight. Peter's put hopefully down the loo. Eh? What? What are you on about? Mark Shaw's put, who do you think Bale would move to, considering now he has to cut his wages if he wants to stay in Europe?
Most probably.
He'll probably go to the MLS.
Or we'll go to the Premier League.
No, because he has to pay to stay in Europe. Because it says, where do you think Bale would move, considering now he has to cut wages if he wants to stay in Europe. So if he doesn't cut wages, then he can't stay in Europe.
Couldn't he? I'm just thinking here. Couldn't he start playing the remainder of his career like at a Mexican club or something?
I mean, you could do. I know a lot of people pretend to go to the MLS though to finish their careers. Schweinsteiger, David Beckham obviously doesn't play anymore, but yeah, that's normal, really, isn't it?
Could go to the Inter Miami, I guess.
No, he could do actually. Yeah. Excuse me, Mark Shaw's also put. Whenever it comes to a Ronaldo transfer, what the hell's happened to my Whenever it comes to a Ronaldo transfer, it's always fake. So the only thing is legit. Only there must be a reason behind scenes. But I still think Ronaldo could come back and retire at Manchester United. I doubt he's going to come back to Manchester United, considering that United can't even get into the Champions League spots. Hi, I'm back. Lol. God bless. Will you stream on Instagram tomorrow? I can't stream on Insta and YouTube every day. I won't be going live as much on Instagram because the connection on Instagram is terrible. Apparently Leeds United should stay where they are. My information comes from all football teams in the country. That's from Scotty B. Does who Harry Osmond's put Does who is this woman? Did you hear that? Obviously not. And by the way, it's a man. It's David Hoyle. It's not a woman. So.
What the fuck?
Exactly what I was just thinking. I'm thinking, yeah, he's put Harry Osmond put. Does who is this woman?
Oh,
It's a man.
the man, you twat.
Oh, mind your language, man. We're not allowed that on the live stream, for God's sake. Not only that, but that could get me into trouble with the community guidelines for that. This is why I always say on the live streams, make sure you watch your language, because you can't say that on the live stream.
Also, I'm reading this. That is really be interesting. Apparently, Zerlispor president Ali Setin apparently is unhappy with Gambian international Modou Barrow's behaviour. Now, the forward recently returned to his home country without permission from the Turkish Super League club. But now he's currently on a season-long loan from Reading, and apparently he could be fired by the visitors, as Setin feels that Barrow has endangered the health of the team. Now, apparently recently, the reason why he went back home in the first place is because he was apparently unhappy with the wages. Apparently, he wasn't getting paid.
Right. Good God, there's a lot of people aren't happy with your language in the live chat. There's people put in, mind your language, Dave, we've got children around. What language is that? It's so immature. It's not normally. Trust me.
No, it's only one people, really.
Annoying, basically. We'll just say that. Yeah. Where's David from? His accent, something else. He's from Berkshire. But yeah, can I just say on behalf of Dad's Football Stand, you know, these things do happen when we're live. If this was an upload, I'd be able to edit it out. But you know, I can only apologise for that. These things do happen on live streams because, you know, David's not the only one that's done it before. We've had people on before where people have said bad language before, and obviously, you know, they don't realise they keep forgetting that we're live and stuff. So, you know, it's just these things do happen, I'm afraid, on live streams. But I'm afraid there's nothing I can really do about it, I'm afraid. Where's Berkshire? Berkshire is down the southeast. Southeast?
It's southeast. Yeah, it's the southeast of England, right near. I think it's closer to London. It's like right close to London.
Basically, for those who don't know, Berkshire is Reading. You know Reading FC from the Championship. That's basically where. That's Berkshire.
Yeah,
that's where he is, basically.
Also, Sam Gwilt. That's not how you spell Berkshire. It's BERKSHIRE. That's how.
Does it, David? Does it matter?
Yes.
Fine. That's why it sounds posh.
How does it sound posh?
I wouldn't say people from, no disrespect to people in Berkshire, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone from Berkshire sound posh. But anyway, let's not talk about that now.
Don't tell me to calm down, Sam Gwilt.
Oh my God! Right. Okay. I think on that bombshell, I think we'll finish the stream there before anything else. Before anything else starts.
Anyone else really annoyed me tonight.
But let's just try and keep things calm.
What the hell do I have mackerels? What the hell?
I don't even know what they are, but right.
That's what it is either.
Oh dear. God, here we go. Right. On that bombshell, I think we'll end the stream there. I've actually enjoyed the stream. It's been interesting.
Before I really lose my patience, and you really don't like me when I lose my patience. Seriously.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're like. Trust me. Yeah, it's a bit like me. Can lose patience easily.
Yes.
But yeah, we've gone over an hour on the stream, and that was more than I expected anyway. I was expecting to be live for just under an hour, so we've gone quite over, and there's nothing else really to talk about. So you will end the stream there. Thanks everyone for joining today's stream. I'll say, with regards to bad language and stuff, there's nothing we can do about that. And obviously, if I decide to finish the stream, it's up to me. It's not up to anyone else, obviously. It's my stream, isn't it? But yeah, we'll end it there. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for... Thank you very much for joining. Hope you've all enjoyed the stream. Obviously, apart from the last 2 minutes. But we'll catch you all later. All the best.